Sometimes a single day can feel like a real hinge point in history, a moment where the future just suddenly arrives. Well, today we're going to unpack one of those exact days, August 8th, 2025. A day that, and I'm not exaggerating, truly changed everything in the world of artificial intelligence. Let's break down exactly what went down, and more importantly, why it matters so much. Look, this isn't going to be just another news roundup. Nope. This is the story of one 24-hour period that sent absolute shockwaves through tech, through science, and through business. We're going to see giants pivot on a dime, new frontiers open up out of nowhere, and the entire landscape of AI shift right under our feet. So what was the catalyst? What was the spark that lit the fuse on this explosive day?
It all started right here, with the public wide-scale release of OpenAI's super-anticipated GPT-5. And let me tell you, this wasn't just some minor update. This was a whole new paradigm. And the world was about to find out just how powerful this thing really was.
So GPT-5 was this massive leap forward. It showed off some seriously advanced reasoning, it could handle text, voice, and video, and it was designed to be way safer than anything before it. But here's the real bombshell, the part that dropped jaws everywhere. It could generate custom web applications just from a simple text prompt, no coding required. Suddenly, the barrier to creating powerful software, it had pretty much just vanished.
So with a new paradigm, you get a new playbook, right? The release of GPT-5 immediately forced every single major tech player to show their cards. And those first moves, they came fast, and they came from the very, very top.
All right, no surprise here. Microsoft went all in. I mean, immediately. They started weaving GPT-5 into the actual fabric of their entire ecosystem, from the Copilot Assistant to their huge Azure cloud platform and the whole Microsoft 365 suite. This wasn't some small test. It was a full-scale deployment, a massive bet that this new model was the engine for their entire future. And then, of course, there was Apple. In a classic Apple move, they announced that their own Apple Intelligence platform was about to get a major power-up. Siri would now tap into GPT-5 for more complex stuff on the upcoming iOS 26 and iPhone 17. But, and this is the key part, they did it the Apple way. They kept user privacy front and center by hiding IP addresses and stopping OpenAI from storing any requests. All the power, but with a privacy shield.
So you've got the two biggest players in computing, and it looks like they're on the same page, right? Integrate the best new model. But August 8th held a pretty big surprise. See, not everyone was following that script. One company decided to make a hard left turn.
And that surprise? It came from Tesla. For years, their whole strategy for self-driving was built on their own custom hardware, all centered around that legendary Dojo supercomputer. Well, on August 8th, they disbanded that team. Elon Musk announced a brand new vision called the Cortex supercluster, ditching the in-house chip development to partner with giants like NVIDIA and AMD instead. It was just a stunning reversal.
And to show just how serious they were about this pivot, get this. Tesla signed a staggering $16.5 billion deal with Samsung to make their new AI inference chips. This wasn't just a change in direction. This was a massive, high-stakes bet on a completely new way of getting things done.
Pivots like that, they're driven by real vision and strong leadership. And for the leaders tuning in right now who are driving their own company's vision, we actually offer a thought leadership partnership to help you reach this exact audience of AI pros. You can find more details on that in the notes. Okay, now back to the science.
The impact of August 8th went way beyond corporate strategy and stock prices. On that very same day, we saw some incredibly powerful new AI tools being pointed at some of humanity's most complex scientific challenges.
Google DeepMind released its Perch model as open-source software, and this thing is incredible. It basically lets conservationists listen to the planet. It sifts through thousands of hours of bioacoustic data, which is just a fancy term for animal sounds, to pinpoint endangered species, whether it's birds in a rainforest or marine life on a coral reef. Think of it as AI in service of the wild. It's awesome.
At the same time, a team over at MIT unveiled an AI model called POPs, and its capability is, honestly, breathtaking. It can predict the location of pretty much any protein inside any human cell. It analyzes the protein, it understands the cell, and then it generates an image showing you exactly where that protein is. I mean, this is a massive leap forward for biology and could totally accelerate how we develop targeted drugs.
And the day wasn't even over yet. On top of these huge breakthroughs, a whole flurry of other developments were popping up, showing just how fast the ground was shifting beneath our feet. So here's a quick, rapid-fire look at what else unfolded.
It was a total whirlwind. In the morning, you had Anthropic researchers revealing this wild, counterintuitive safety strategy, literally teaching an AI to be bad so they could better prevent it from going rogue. Then, midday, Microsoft drops Wassette, a new open-source tool for AI agents. And by the afternoon, the market was still churning, with xAI planning ads for Grok, while Truth Social launched its own AI-powered search. Just nonstop.
Okay, so after a day like that, with so much changing so fast, it really all leads to one big question. What does this all mean for you? Where do you fit in this rapidly accelerating AI revolution?
And what's really fascinating to me is who is paying attention. An incredible 71% of the AI Unraveled community are senior decision makers. We're talking VPs, C-suite executives, founders. These are not just spectators. These are the people who actually have to act on days like August 8th.
So in this totally new landscape, you've really got a choice. You can become a builder, someone with the hands-on skills to create what's next, or you can become a guide, a leader who steers your team and your industry through all this new territory. For all you builders out there, we've put together our Builder's Toolkit. It's packed with tutorials, code templates, and guides to help you master key certifications from Google, Azure, and AWS. All the links for these, by the way, are right there in the description for you.
And for the guides, the leaders who are steering the ship through all this change, this is your platform. If you want to share your company's vision and lead the conversation, we invite you to apply for our Thought Leadership Partnership.
You know, the AI revolution isn't some far-off event we're waiting for. As August 8th, 2025 showed us, it is happening right now in real time. Which leaves only one question, really. Will you be a spectator or a builder?